in this is Peter. Peter says in 2 Peter, it just dawned on me. Peter says in 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse number 12, wherefore I would not be negligent to keep you in remembrance of these things, though you know them, so you can be established in the present truth. What does established mean? To be what? Settled, to be sealed. Listen to me. This week, the preachers were talking, meditating upon God's word and God's word. Evangelist Jared Ryan said, we're living in a time. Him personally, he had to go back over doctrines he has already studied. And that's what I'm saying to you. Go back over your notes. Go back over Sabbath school study guides. All those sermons, handouts that were given on this doctrine, that practice, this lifestyle, this teaching. Go back over your notes. Make sure you're being settled into truth intellectually. Don't say, well, I know that already. You don't know it as you should. Every time you study something, you learn something new. Go back over it. You're being settled into truth intellectually. Peter says, I would not be negligent to keep you in remembrance of these things, though you know them, so you can be established in present truth. Then ask yourself, am I willing to die for this truth? Am I willing to give my life for this truth? Let's talk about the 5 S's. These are your pillars. When last have you studied the second coming? Do you know it intellectually? Are you willing to die for it? What about the spirit of prophecy, the writings of Ellen White? How often do you read the books? Steps to Christ, Ministry of Healing, my 3rd most favorite book. Great Controversy, my 2nd most favorite book. Mount of Blessings, the Testimonies. When last have you read the books? Go back over the books. The Conflict of the Ages series. Go back over the books, brothers and sisters, and ask yourself, if my neck was placed on the guillotine block, the chopping block, would I be willing to die for this truth? Or would I give it up? Would I say, I know not the man? Would I say, I don't believe in her writings? I was deceived by Pastor Enriquez. Would you die for the truth? The dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandment of God and the testimony of Jesus Christ. War! In war, there are casualties. War implies a shaking. War implies life for some, death for others. War, the sifting and the sifting out. Go back over your notes. Are you willing to die for these things? 3rd S, the Sabbath. How many of you say, I know the Sabbath, I know about it intellectually? Here's a great question. Are you willing to die for it? And when the mark of the beast is enforced, we'll all see who was being sealed. Because right now, how many people, they violate, desecrate God's 7-day Sabbath just to hold on to a job. A job. You're not being sealed. You're not.